Hi, it's Shannon and Penny with Concierge to You. Penny, say hello. She's not wanting to sit on the chair like she normally does, so I figured I'd give her a little treat. So hi, welcome back. If you are stumbling upon me, welcome to Concierge to You on YouTube. And I am a part-time reseller and selling on all platforms such as eBay, Poshmark, and Depop. And actually we have a sale from each of the platforms today. So I'm going to show you what sold overnight. Not huge profits, but just want to show you something. And I'm going to show you something that's style-based as well. It's damaged, but I totally picked it up off of Style. So let's start with that. So I was just visiting a friend in New York. I had to be there on work. So I stopped at the bins in Connecticut on my way. And so I got a Woolrich. This is a green label Woolrich men's flannel. It's gorgeous. So I paid about $2 for it. And it sold on Poshmark for $24. And then this was another bins pickup that I found. This is just a cute little plus size women's top, chambray denim. Anna, it's new with tags. Again, this was a flawed item as well. It's missing one of the inside buttons. So for those ladies who are a little bit bigger in the chest area, this has inside buttons as well as the outside buttons to kind of keep that whole chest area closed together. So this sold for, oh my gosh, I think like $13.75, something like that on eBay. And so I think at the cost of bins, it's pretty lightweight. So it was like $1. So that's sold on eBay. And then before we get into it, the world is unpleasant this week, and it's Hanukkah. And there's been a lot of bad news, and I just wanted to say, you know what? Be a mensch. Everyone needs to be a good person. We're upon the holidays, we're at the end of the year, a time of reflection, so be a mensch. So I'm gonna wear my hat for this. So, and just for that Penny, I'm gonna be a mensch and I'm gonna give Penny a treat. She's so good. All right, so here are the items I was talking about that is style-based. So these are a pair of Y2K 2000, late 90s, early 2000s shoes by Mud. So they're like a 2.5-inch heel. So I picked these up at the bins in Connecticut when I was there a couple of weeks ago, and these were really, really dirty. So they're fabric colored and coated, and they're plaid. They're really super cute, but they were even dirtier than this. I cleaned them up as best I could, but they are a flawed item. So they are also have a lot of wear on the back of them as well. So I photographed all of that, showed it that it is flawed, but they are just super cute, these little slingback heels. And I knew it would sell just based on style. So I did. I listed them on all the platforms and knowing that these would definitely sell on Depop, and they did. What was crazy is that I did boost it last week, and what was wild is I kept wondering, like I kept getting all of these offers yesterday and likes, and I use Nifty, so Nifty was sending out offers like crazy, and I just happened to look at the listing last night before I went to bed, and it had 5,888 views and 276 clicks. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. Almost 6,000 views of these little $20 shoes. So I paid less than $2 for them at the bins. I was only charging $20, asking $20 for them, knowing how damaged they were and beat up, but I knew that someone would want to pick them up just because they're super cute, style-based. And so they did. They sold overnight. Not even to an offer. There was a full price sale. Someone just came in and bought them after all these offers had gone out all day yesterday. And so, so with the boost fee, as well as the really low Depop selling fees, it was, I think the earnings were $16.95. So I only had $3.05 so in fees. So anyhow, so these are going to California and going to someone that apparently is going to love them based on style. And maybe they'll do a little touch up on these, you know, maybe they're trying to clean them up a little more. Who knows what I just didn't want them to go to a landfill and knowing that someone would really, really like them. So, all right. So kind of the breakdown. So let me give you the breakdown here. So the cost of goods for all these items was about $5. Total sales was $58, with fees $11, so $16 between fees and cost of goods. Brings my profit to like $42. So again, not huge, but I did want to show that, you know, based on style, and you know, I've been listening and watching a lot of Kaylee Elaine. So Kaylee is really great talking about style based, as well as gosh, I can't think of her name, on Trash Panda Thrifts. And so I kind of was like, well, I'll source just based on that. Why not give it a try? It's less than $2 at the bin, so we'll give it a whirl. So anyhow, so be a mensch, go out and do good in the world today. And you know, as always, be kind to people, be kind to animals, be kind to yourself. All right, have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye.